Ayo, it's Bueno back again on the Blue Toad Monkey page, and today I have a video that I wasn't really sure about putting out, but I had to because this team has a very special place in my heart. I ended last season with it. I brought it back in the beginning of this season when they first brought the Ultra League Cup, and I did make a video on that, so if you want to see how it does in the Open Great League, check out that video. And I decided to bring it back for the Halloween Cup because I have to, right? They're all Halloween eligible, and I just had to make a video. Now, I didn't think when I made this video that they would do well. Are you asking why? Well, the bug and steel types, right? Escavalier leads are really good for Drifblim, but Drifblim definitely does not want to see the Scizor or the Genesect at all. And it does also struggle against the Giratinas. It just can't win, really, unless they use no shields or they call a bait on the Shadow Ball. Drifblim just can't hang with Giratina. And what's that other Pokemon? Drapion? Yeah, this team really doesn't want to see those poison dark teams, so I didn't think it would do well, but whatever. We had some fun anyways. I had to bring the OG squad back. Let's get into this first battle. Alright, game one. Up against one of those poison dark types that I don't like to see. We're gonna hang in here, try to get off this icy wind. And swap to the Obstagoon. Toxicroak, slapping this Obstagoon up, but not taking me out before I'm able to hit him with the Obstruct and set him up for the next Pokemon. Now, I did run Cross Chop last season, and I think, maybe, I'm not really sure when Obstruct came out, but I kind of like it in that situation right there because I'm getting to lower this opponent's defense, and it lines me up for this Drifblim to farm down. The opponent will probably be coming in with the Alolan Muck after this. And I'm looking like I'm in a dangerous place here. So I do shield because 2 Dark Pulses will be taking out the Shadow Nidoqueen. And that's what's coming in next. So they're going to have to swap out to clear the debuff. Or just not do as much damage as they could before. So this doesn't threaten me as much. And Crobat comes in, which is very bad for Nidoqueen. I go for the Earth Power, but we hit on CMP. And at this point, there really is no win condition for me. So I back out real quick, save us all some time. Game 2 up against this Steel and Bug type that I also don't want to see. My best answer here would probably be Obstagoon. But we're going to lower its attack. I shielded once. And now I just take this Night Slash, drain the energy from the opponent, and go for the Shadow Ball. The opponent farms me down. I'm in with Obstagoon, and I really hope they don't have Exozor. They do. Super effective. Okay, looks like they're at another one. And I really don't want to give up my shield for this Nidoqueen. I farm down. I will be able to obstruct the next opponent that comes in. It's a Mandibuzz. And I obstruct because now their defense is lowered. I can come with my Nidoqueen now. Lower its defense even more. Now these poison jabs are doing huge damage on this flying Umbreon. I still have one shield, but I'm not going to shield up anything Mandibuzz has to throw at me. I build up past poison jab a little bit. A low and muck in the back. I still have one shield. I go for the earth power. And my switch timer is up soon. So I try to go in for that with that Obstagoon. Catch the move here. It's an acid spray. I still have one shield though, so I do KO this muck and get that poison fang in. That was a really close game. Up against a team that definitely could have beaten me there. GG's to the opponent. Game 3 up against Weekend Warrior here, and here's another lead that I absolutely don't want to see. Bisharp. Dark and Steel, resisting everything Drifblim has, and winning CMP there. I tank one Dark Pulse, and fire off the Icy Wind. Lowering its attack. And Obstagoon has some huge play here, but the opponent swaps out to Escavalier. And this is looking really bad for me. Escavalier has the Drill Run, you'll see right there, which is massive damage to Nidoqueen. And the counters are double super effective towards the Obstagoon. But the Escavalier does take the Earth Power, and now Obstagoon's sitting in a better place. If the opponent would have shielded there, I would have lost the game already. But we'll see what they have. Crustle. Okay, so we're going to obstruct here. The opponent does have X-Scissor, a bug type move, super effective against Dark. And I'm just going to keep obstructing here, try to get as much defense as I can while lowering their defense. Maybe I'll be able to farm down. The opponent swaps out and clears its debuff. We get another obstruct in. This is not looking very good for me. Dark Pulse wouldn't have done as much damage as what this Crustle can do to me. So I throw one counter in, throw the obstruct, so the opponent doesn't have as much farm on energy. My defense is buffed 3 stages, and I survive. And I could have thrown one more counter in for better timing, but I'm not sure that would have saved me, and the opponent wins the game. GG's. Game 4, and we're 1-2 so far. Up against another bad lead, but let's see what we could do here. Obstagoon does have some play, but I have to save shields. I have to save shields for Obstagoon. Nidoqueen does pretty well here too if I could lower its attack enough, so I'm going to come up with Nidoqueen. The opponent fires off a Night Slash, not doing as much damage as it could have done, and here comes another Crobat. Oh no. We already know Crobat eats Nidoqueen alive here, so I'm just going to have to keep trying to buff its drop its defense. Maybe this Earth Power could do some big enough damage, even though it is a singly resisted move. I have to take this move. Maybe not, because maybe I could farm down. I'm at 1 Poison Fang, but the Pangoro win CMP there. I have to shield here. Do we see how fast this Pangoro is getting its moves? That's a close combat, and that certainly would have KO'd. This isn't looking horrible. I do hit this opponent for super effective damage. Maybe I can lower its attack a little. Before it can get to a move. We're just going to keep lowering its attack. The attack has been neutralized, but we're going to lower it one more time. And Obstagoon's sitting in a pretty good place right now. I should be able to just farm down. And nothing this Incineroar has will KO this Obstagoon. I commit to the farm down, not letting the opponent get any free energy there because it's weak to fighting. And that was a GG. I wasn't really sure if I had that game, but we did it. Okay, game 5. Up against another horrible lead. This is why I questioned this team. But we ran it. And here's the video. I have to shield this. Discharge would probably KO. I go for the Shadow Ball. We're not baiting here. I don't want any of my Pokemon in the back, like my Nidoqueen, being lunged. And we are able to farm down. Obstagoon would have taken super effective damage from the lunge. Nidoqueen doesn't need that debuff. We're going to go for another Shadow Ball here. The opponent shields this time. Maybe I should have went for an Icy Wind. And if I did shield, I wouldn't quite get there now. I have to come in with the Obstagoon. I get the attack boost. I go for the Obstruct. So the Night Slash attack boost is 2 stages to the attack, and now I'm buffing my own defense, and I still have 1 shield. I shield up, and at this point, I should be able to just farm down. I didn't have to throw that Night Slash, but I could get to another one for this Giratina, which will have a 100% chance of KOing. Right? No. But it wouldn't be able to take out that Nidoqueen. So that's a GG's, wrapping it up with a 3-2. Final thoughts. As we could see in this video, Drifblim was hard countered almost every time. It was really rough, and I didn't want to give up Switch, so I did my best to throw a Shadow Ball for the big damage, do the Icy Wind. It was dangerous out there being a Drifblim in this cup, especially in the lead. Nidoqueen was ranked number 1, the Shadow ranked number 2, but I'm not sure Obstagoon was the best Pokemon to pair with it in this cup, with all those bug and steel types. And we didn't run into a single Drapion. I'm kind of surprised about that. Obstagoon did help out with some of those Giratinas, and dropping the opponent's defense to line it up with one of the other Pokemon, Nidoqueen or the Drifblim, did work out pretty well there sometimes. So I can't say I hated it, but it was just a scary team to run. Games were super close. Either way, I enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting the like button, subscribing, check out our website, thebluetoadmonkey.com. We do have some merch if you're interested. Anything to support the channel will help. It keeps me putting out these videos, and hopefully we're keeping you entertained. We'll see you next time on the Blue Toad Monkey page.